The world is full of noise, and all too often, that noise attempts to drown out the message of hope that moms so desperately need to hear.
It is our calling to help you reach this level of freedom, to understand who you were created to be, and to walk fully in your purpose. From daily routines to slaying giants, we're going to talk about things that matter, help you find a balance that works for you, and tackle mindsets that hold you back.
We craft each episode to speak to a specific challenge in motherhood, leaving you feeling inspired and equipped with tools to make changes that will propel you on the path to your calling. We are about purpose, identity, and freedom. I'm Dr. Baylis.
And I'm Jackie Bailey. And this is Point of Decision.
Welcome. The month of May has been all about mom hacks. And today I want to bring to you a little takeaway of a book that I've been reading called Atomic Habits. And it's the best mindset book I have ever read, hands down. It's so good. I just listened to it while I was at the gym and I was like, this is a great way to get all of those mindset changes in my brain while I'm working out. So as I was reading Atomic Habits by James Clear, I have not been disappointed. It's been so good. Sometimes we can be so self-righteous to think, I don't need this book. I know how to change my habits. But do you really? I mean, there's a lot out there. 21 days to changing your habits, getting things done on a subconscious level. But sometimes we don't make the change that we think we should have made. And we're sitting here thinking, I don't need another mindset book on habits and making and breaking habits and things like that. But I would like to have thought that, but my new habits weren't sticking like I hoped they would. And then enter this book. Mind blown, y'all. Mind blown. So here are a couple of my personal takeaways, and then I would highly encourage you to read this book as soon as possible. It's such a good book. So number 1, goal setting isn't where it's at. It's the daily processes that get results. I love to think about how I love setting goals and being goal-oriented, but why would I not hit my goals sometimes? Because I became a victim to my circumstances rather than designing the daily processes that would increase my productivity and ultimately result in the goal that I wanted to achieve. So goals aren't bad and goals are good to make, but if you don't have the processes in place, then change isn't going to happen. It's the daily processes that are going to bring about the change, not having a goal. It's just having a goal gives you the direction to give your daily processes. Being goal-driven does nothing for our future, but being process-driven is what makes things go. So like I said, you make the goal only to give yourself direction in your daily processes. So it's backwards thinking. You make your goal and then you plan backwards from there. But if you only have a goal to hit a goal and you have no processes in place, then you have nothing to do each day and those goals are left unmet. All right, so the second one is habit stacking. I love this concept so much. I was doing this without even realizing it. When I was driving to the gym, 20 minutes there and 20 minutes home, 5 days a week, on the way to the gym, I was doing my vocal exercises. I got to the gym, I did what I needed to at the gym, and I was continuing my vocal exercises on the way home. And that way I knew that my vocal exercises would get done. Then when I got home, I did some paperwork that I needed to do every day because my paperwork was falling behind. And so I would sit in the car, get my paperwork done before coming into the house. And so therefore, 2 of my habits were getting done because of habit stacking. Another example of habit stacking is my personal trainer told me to do 5 squats every time I went to the restroom. So that creates a habit of more activity. So if you do something like that, you can say, okay, well, I'm going to listen to this podcast while I'm doing the dishes. And then you start learning things from a podcast someone's doing while you're doing the dishes, and it creates time for learning in a busy day. Number 3 is to make it easy. We are more likely to succeed if it only requires a little effort. James Clear pointed out that the habit isn't going to the gym, it's putting on your workout clothes. That step determines the activity that follows. The habit should be simplified down to 2 minutes or less. So your habit is the automatic thing that happens. What follows the habit is where the change comes into play. So when you put on your gym shoes, your brain goes, I'm heading out the door. If you wake up in the morning, put on your gym clothes first, and that's your habit, then your brain is going, Okay, so I'm going to the gym this morning. Whereas if you just get up and you start doing other things and you don't create that kind of habit to put on your gym clothes, then things will distract you and then your habit won't be created. And number 4 is it isn't about being perfect, it's about showing up. This is one of the most important things that I teach in my aromatherapy classes. It's about progress, not perfection. A lot of people that come to my classes are there to get certified in raindrop techniques so that they can perform that on other people. And sometimes it's a little more difficult than what they expect it to be. And they get frustrated and they expect to be able to get the technique perfect on the first try. And I tell them, you're in class. You need to focus on the process and learning it and making little bits of progress every time you do it. It's not about being perfect. And remember that you're getting the oils on people, you're praying over them, they're going to have benefits, period. So it's about progress and not perfection. The other thing is about our identity. We can't live from a place of perfection. Identity is the core driver of our habits. Be the type of person that goes to the gym. Even if you don't work out, but for 2 minutes, you showed up, and that counts. So when you are the type of person that is on time, when you are the type of person that has a clean house, when you are the type of person that makes healthy choices, you start to perform those actions that back up the type of person that you are. It's driven from your identity. So these are just the top 4 takeaways I got from this book. I know this is a short episode, but it's an important one. So we're going to do some more on these habits. We're going to do some more on routines. We're going to do some more on mom hacks. But for this Friday, I want you to digest these little bits of information, implement them, read the book. Oh my gosh, read the book. It's so good. And then your wheels will start turning and hopefully this at least sparked your curiosity. And then we're going to dig in more in the future. Thank you so much for spending time with us today.
Thank you for being brave, for having your mind and heart open to receive what we've shared.
We pray that it touches you so deeply that you are transformed from the inside out.
If you've loved spending time with us as much as we have with you, we have great news for you.
We have a tribe of other moms just like you that are committed to living life to the fullest and are a source of encouragement, support, and love.
Go to Point of Decision on Facebook now to join our growing tribe.
I'm Dr. Leslie Baylis.
And I'm Jackie Bailey.
We love you.
We're praying for you.
And we are looking forward to spending more time with you on Point of Decision.